I froze when he asked, "Daddy, why does Grandma take my blood?" The words hung in the air, fragile and sharp. My heart stopped, though my face remained still. I forced myself to breathe, to anchor in the present. "What do you mean?" I asked, calm, neutral, too calm. He rolled up his sleeve. 7 puncture marks, tiny, precise. My chest tightened, a slow burn of panic and disbelief. I called the hospital immediately. No records, no tests, no explanation. I didn't speak on the way there. The road blurred beneath me. Red lights, yellow lights, none of it mattered. Only her, only the refrigerator in her closet. I could feel it before I saw it, a silent, malevolent certainty. I reached her house. The door was slightly ajar, though I was sure I had locked it last visit. "Hello?" My voice was calm, quiet, calculated. No one answered. I moved through the rooms, methodical, observing, listening. Nothing out of place, yet everything was wrong. The closet door opened with a soft creak. There it was, small, cold, familiar in the wrong way. A refrigerator humming in the corner, innocuous yet terrifying. I opened it. Nothing could have prepared me. The betrayal came in pieces, in glances and whispers I had ignored before. The phone calls she forgot to mention, the sudden absences, the way my child flinched when she smiled at him. Denial wanted to cling, but the evidence pushed through. My mind ran calculations, patterns, timelines, needle marks, frequency, locations. Every small detail screamed the same truth. She had been manipulating us, using us. I imagined the conversations she had with him, the reassurances, the soft words, the coercion hidden behind her grandmotherly facade. I wanted to scream, but I didn't. Not yet. I began my quiet investigation. DNA tests, phone records, security footage. Every scrap of information was a puzzle piece. I worked slowly, externally calm, while inside a storm of controlled rage churned. At dinner, I watched her. Every twitch, every forced smile, every polite response, it all became data. My son, unaware, sat beside me. Innocent, vulnerable. I felt a protective fury sharpen, cold and precise. I visited the hospital multiple times, asking questions subtly, planting scenarios, watching reactions. Nothing slipped. Nothing at first, until it did. The truth arrived in the form of a report, cold, clinical, undeniable. The blood, traced back, was collected without consent, not for tests, not for donations, for her purposes alone. Experiments, obsessions, control. I held the folder in my hands, folded and neat, like a weapon. I walked back to her house, to the living room where she pretended to read quietly, unaware that I already knew. "Mom," I said softly, calm, controlled. She looked up. Her eyes flickered, just for a second. I placed the report on the table. No words, just the evidence. Her hands trembled. "I see now," she whispered. Her voice cracked. Panic, confusion, shame, it all leaked out, but I remained impassive. I didn't yell, I didn't accuse, I didn't demand apologies. I simply watched her unravel. "You knew," she said finally, a statement, not a question. "Yes," I replied, simple, final. Every defensive excuse, every manipulation tactic, every calculated lie she had spun over years collapsed silently in front of her. She had relied on my ignorance, my trust. I had dismantled both. I left her there, sitting, small, broken. No revenge in violence, no spectacle, just truth, calculated, precise, brutal in its quietness. Later, I sat in my car, hands on the wheel, my son asleep in the back seat, unaware of the storm he had revealed. I let myself exhale, slowly, controlled. The world felt colder now, sharper, clearer. I had acted, I had protected, and I had ensured justice, not by emotion, but by intellect. The betrayal had been exposed, the manipulator undone, and I was unshaken. I would never forgive, I would never forget, but I would survive, and sometimes that is enough. I closed my eyes for a moment, just to feel the silence. Then I started the car. I drove away. The refrigerator